Hi everyone, welcome to Unit 2, Information Literacy Overview. So in this video I'm going to explain just the main topics for this unit and then talk about the assignments. But you'll also want to watch the Unit 2 content video that will give you some more information about the topics in this unit. And so we're focusing on information literacy, what it is, why it's important, who teaches it, how do we use it in our everyday life. And you will be working towards crafting a definition of information literacy, thinking about the role information literacy plays in our world with yourself and with your students or your future students. We'll be looking at standards that deal with information literacy and exploring ways information literacy is taught in schools. So you'll want to go to the checklist for Unit 2 and use that to double check that you have everything that you need for this unit, although I'm going to talk about the assignments here in just a few minutes. But it will give you a reminder of what you'll be doing for the unit. We're going to be focusing on really two kind of main ways of thinking when it comes to information literacy and developing those skills. So in this unit, you'll be learning about Mike Eisenberg, whether it's from viewing the videos that he has or reading about him. And his model that he's created is the Big Six. And if you are a kindergarten, first or second grade teacher, he has taken this model and adapted it for younger students and dropped it down to just 6 elements. And you can do a little online searching if you're interested in reading about that. But so you'll be hearing from him and kind of his views of how we need to be teaching kids to find, evaluate, and use information. We'll also be looking at Carol Kathua's view of information literacy, and you'll be reading about her idea of guided inquiry. So it's the inquiry process with some support built in. And I like that way of thinking because it aligns with guided reading, guided writing, guided inquiry, the support that we can build in to help students to be successful. So those are really the two key people from this unit. What you'll be doing in this unit starts with this first assignment is we'll be together creating a collective definition of information literacy. So to do that, you'll find some kind of online resource that describes information literacy, and you'll post it on Padlet. And I've created a private space that's just for our class, and we'll be adding all of our things to this private space, and together we'll have this really nice, rich, unique collective definition of information literacy. So in the assignment description in Canvas, you can read about what you'll need to find and where you'll need to post that. You'll also be reading and viewing some materials. So you'll be reading chapters 3 and 4 in our text, but you'll be viewing some videos, and I have several on that list, and you may not necessarily get all of those videos viewed, or maybe not the whole video, but those are good resources and a good place to begin. So once you have read and done some viewing, then you'll, as you did in Unit 1, you'll create a synthesis of what you've learned. You'll post that, and then you'll respond to other people, just like we did in Unit 1. You'll also be working on Part 1 of the Inquiry Project, which I talked a little bit about in the overview video in Unit 1. So this is your own chance to work through the inquiry process. Just as we're learning about that, you'll also be doing that yourself. And so in this early part of the inquiry process, you'll be deciding what is it that's important to you that you want to learn more about. And it's really important to me that your inquiry question or your project centers on something that's important to you, because there's nothing worse than working on a project that you're not interested in. So please do give some thought to what's going to be interesting to you enough to carry it through this whole inquiry process. I have provided some suggested topics in the assignment description, but those are only suggestions. Please don't rely on those. If there's something else that you want to know more about that relates in some way to digital learning or information learning, inquiry learning, project-based learning, please don't hesitate to go beyond the list that I've shared. Once you decide on your topic and you've formulated this into a question, I'd like you to email me the question first, and we'll kind of talk through and make sure that it's a question that really is in a format that works for this project. And once you've gotten the okay from me that your question is ready to go, then you write a rationale for why this question is important to you. That's what you submit in the assignment spot in Canvas. And then take your question and go ahead and post it in the discussion board that's provided, so everybody else will be able to see each other's questions. Focusing on what is important to you, but what is going to be relevant to your teaching and what's going to help you get the most out of the project. And then the last assignment in this unit is for us to actually have a discussion about a couple of topics. And for this assignment, this is separate from the discussion you're going to have when you post your summary. This is a Let's Talk activity. And for a Let's Talk, you have two choices. You can either go into the Let's Talk discussion board, and there you'll see the two topics that we're going to talk about in this discussion. And you can post your comments there, and you can read about how many comments you'll need to post. And those have to be posted by June 5th. And those can be posted on your own time frame, whatever works out for your schedule. Or if you'd rather join us, we're going to be having a live chat on Thursday, June 3rd at 8:00 p.m. And we'll focus on the same topics that are on the discussion board, but we'll just do it all together at the same time. And that live chat will last about 30 or 40 minutes. Only requirement is that you come for the chat and you participate. Once the chat ends, then you'll earn all the points for that assignment. So this is an either or. Either come to the live chat or contribute to the discussion board for Let's Talk. There's no need to do both unless you really want to. You sure can, but it's an either or. So if you're not available June 3rd at 8 p.m., then you're going to choose to post your comments in the discussion board. That way we have something that meets everybody's needs. So the assignments for this unit are due June 5th. By midnight. And please be sure to take a look. I've tried to be as clear as I can in the assessment rubrics, letting you know what it is I expect for you to do and how you can earn all of those points. As always, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask.